What's up guys, it's Quinn. Today I wanted to give a few cost-effective tools and techniques that you can use to make your music videos look a lot better. Alright, the first one is to utilize lens filters, specifically ProMist filters and star filters. I have a ProMist on this lens right here. This is going to make any light in your footage that you have go from this to this. It's a subtle look, but will make your footage look a lot more professional and cinematic. And you can get them for pretty cheap. They'll run you anywhere from like $20 to $80 depending on the brand that you want to get. An even cheaper solve for this is to spend $49 and get the ePrism pack that Josh and Peter made. It gives you 10 digital lenses, makes your footage look sick, and the looks aren't baked into your footage, so you have so much flexibility in post. I'll put the link in the description, and there might be a special bonus for those that purchase, so check it out. Next up is a projector. These will run you a little bit more money, but it's well worth it. Not only can they act as a light, but you have so much in-camera creative freedom to basically make insanely cool imagery. You can have your subject and project really cool visuals onto them. You can pull a bunch of different assets from a site like Envato Elements and use that. You can move the projector behind them or to the side of them and create some sort of cool silhouette. Some projectors can be really pricey, but I got mine for around $120, so that's on the cheaper end, so keep that in mind if you want to use it. A Haze machine. A Haze machine can do wonders, especially if you have a good lighting setup. I used this on my shoot with Funk Flex and Rowdy Rebel. It just added some more atmosphere to the overall video. A Haze machine and a projector would pair up beautifully together because you can accentuate the lighting and showcase those like light beams. The Haze machine cost me around $100. Not the cheapest, but could also be a long-term investment. A fisheye lens. I think the fisheye lens is making a comeback. Obviously it's a specific style. It may not match exactly what kind of video you're trying to do, but if it does, it could look really cool. Fisheye lenses can be pretty expensive, so you can buy an actual fisheye lens specific to your camera, or you can get a fisheye lens attachment. It kind of acts like a filter and it will screw on to your lens depending on if you get the right size. And if not, you can probably just tape it on there and hope for the best. Also, if you don't have a DSLR with lenses, you could get fisheye lens attachments for your iPhone. A camcorder or VHS camera. This is making a comeback in recent years. It gives that nostalgic look and feel. Real deal VHS cameras can cost quite a bit of money, and they also take more time to process footage in post. But what I've done is I got one of those like 2000s camcorders. They work great and they give that same look, but they have an SD card and it's really easy to pull in the footage and edit it. If you want to add a different look to your music videos, this would be the way to do it. Next would be a DIY body rig. Now, professional production companies have these crazy rigs where you basically have the camera attached to your subject's body, but I feel like it's possible to do this cheaply with a tripod and some sort of strap or something. Now, you want to be safe with this. Obviously, you don't want to ruin your camera or injure your subject, so make sure you're rigging it up properly. But this gives such a cool look, especially if you're going for like sort of like a trippy like first person POV. This you probably already know, but getting different kinds of lights. If you don't have the budget for expensive fancy lights, there's definitely a few cheap lighting options that you can use to just add some like color, make your footage have more depth to it. What I would do is I would go online and I get like those like sunset lamps or like some sort of color changing LED light, and I'd stick it behind my subject, next to my subject. I have these like tube lights. You can get a few of those. So like you get a few of those, you get the Haze machine, and already you see such a difference in how your footage looks. And lastly, there's a technique that's really cool and easy to do if you have like a low budget setup. I'm not sure the name. I know there's probably a proper name for this, and I'm sorry that I don't know. When you're on set recording the video, you play back the song at a certain speed, so like you play it back twice as fast and you have the artist perform it at that speed. So then when you slow the footage down in post, it's almost like they're singing or rapping or whatnot in slow motion, and that could give a really cool effect, especially if they're walking or they're moving. And then you could do the opposite too. It's an easy way to just like make your video stand out a little bit more than, you know, the typical thing, you know.